Somos los privilegiados por haberlos enseñado. No se puede describir en nada más un premio lo que hemos visto en todos sus niños, en todos los jóvenes que ya no son tan jóvenes, pero estamos muy orgullosos de ellos y de parte de la escuela les damos las gracias. Vamos a disfrutar este evento. Do we want to start off with prayer? Okay, bueno, entonces ya oramos. Voy a orar una vez en español y ya comenzamos el evento. Señor Jesús, te damos gracias por la bendición de estas familias y de mis estudiantes. Señor, bendecimos a todos estos padres de familia, los que están y los que no pudieron atender. Señor, bendecimos este tiempo, Padre. La Biblia dice que se ha dado honor a los que merecen el honor, y estos niños en realidad merecen el honor hoy. Pedimos que les des mucho gozo, Señor, en este día, en el nombre de Jesús. Amén.
Okay, so we're going to start off with worship. So our worship leader this year has been Max Kriegel, and it's been amazing how much we've gotten to worship, even though we haven't been over here. We've been in the science room at school, but it's just been wonderful watching these students arise to the challenge of no PAs or anything else. So the worship team, you can come on up. And then after that, I'm going to ask Penny Metcalf, our sign language teacher, to bring up the students, and they're going to present a song in sign. So this is Max Kriegel.
Welcome. I hope you enjoy this time of worship that we're going to have. I actually am going to do some more talking later and talk about this worship team during the program. So for right now, actually, I know she said I was the worship leader, but I actually have 3 members of this team that are going to be saying short things, calling you to worship, encouraging you to worship, and praying after worship. So that being said, I'll hand it over to them.
So we're gonna start with the worship. This is going to be one of our last sessions of worship. It's great great to be back here at Vineyard, at this building, after everything we've passed through. So I just want to encourage you to open your heart for worship, open your heart to listen to music, and not just to listen to music, but to worship the Lord, to feel the presence of the Lord, because we're already in the end of a journey. So if you feel like standing up, you can go ahead and do that. But if you don't, it's fine. Just feel comfortable, feel the presence of the Lord, and be willing to give God what He deserves.
I want to invite the Holy Spirit to this place. I want to pray that He can enter the heart of every woman and man that is here. I want to pray that you will be filled with love, and I want to ask you to open your hearts to have an encounter with God. I want to pray that you will feel loved, you will feel protected, and that your hopes are going to be recovered. I invite the Holy Spirit to this place. Thank you, God.
Hola. ¿Hablar en español o en inglés? ¿En español? Ah, bueno, todo en español, pues. Ah, pero no me sé la letra en español, aguanta. Ok, creo que sí lo puedo traducir. Bueno, hola, mi nombre es Pepe, yo soy parte del grupo de alabanza, yo toco el piano. Espero que les haya gustado la primera canción. Ahora vamos a tocar una canción que se llama Océanos en español. Y hay unas letras aquí que la verdad me llamaron mucho la atención de la canción. Una dice que yo llamaré a tu nombre y la otra dice porque yo soy tuyo y tú eres mío. Me encanta esta, donde dice llamaré a tu nombre, me encanta porque sabemos que su nombre es sobre todo nombre. Amén. Amén. Su nombre es sobre todo nombre y cuando nosotros llamamos a Él, Él nos contesta a nosotros. Dice, porque tú eres mío y yo soy tuyo. Nosotros somos de Dios. Él dio a su Hijo Jesús para morir por nosotros. Él murió por nuestros pecados. Y nosotros llamamos a Él porque su nombre es sobre todo nombre. Dice que toda rodilla se doblará ante Él. Así que cuando estén cantando esta canción, quiero que piensen en estas palabras, que estamos cantándole al Dios, sobre todos. Así que, gracias.
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am
they great? Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for worshiping with us. I hope that puts you in the mood for the entire award ceremony. Next up, we have Miss Penny Metcalf and Simon.
Let me introduce myself before we begin. I have had the pleasure of teaching your wonderful, beautiful children, and I mean that from my heart. Your children have integrity. Your children have a heart of compassion. And because of those gifts, they're able to use another language that is in sign language, that is a language of its own, but they will be able to use this language to be that help and that servant to other people. I truly and totally believe that. I taught in the public school for 36 years with deaf children, and I never had an experience as beautiful as I have had it here. Here, the children do come first. They come first in every way. And we are supported so well as teachers that we are able to support your children in every individual way that they need. And I have been so blessed to have been asked to be in this position. I am so blessed to know each and every one of your children in such a beautiful way. And I thank you. I thank you as parents for raising your children in such a beautiful way that they can touch my life. Thank you so much.
Yo voy a cantar, yo voy a cantar. ¿Quién quiere cantar? ¿Alguien quiere cantar?
Miss Penny les da las gracias por criar a hijos e hijas que tienen honor e integridad. Dice que en todos los años de enseñar en escuelas públicas nunca tuvo una experiencia como las que tuvo con estos jóvenes de aquí. Dice, aquí en esta escuela ellos vienen primero y ellos son hombres y mujeres de cultura de honor. Ahora ellos van a tener un lenguaje, una lengua que va a poder ayudar a los que no tienen voz, van a poder comunicarse con ellos, van a poder hablar por su parte si necesitan traducir. Dice ella que estos niños son personas de muy alto calibre en sus ojos, y les da las gracias por la bendición de poder enseñar a sus hijos. Está muy orgullosa de ellos.
maybe bring, that table over a little bit. Okay, pretty sweet, right? We could go home now. That's what I was looking forward to, is the singing and the sign language. That's fine, Sharpie. That's good. I just wanted it to be in front. Okay, so now for the awards. So I think I'll ask Mr. Mian to come forward and start with soccer, and I'll try pretty much to follow the order. I just want to say, I've been trying to get Penny Metcalf to teach sign language for years, and then this was a year, and it was just such an answer to prayer for me. With the size of our student body, we couldn't do our usual 3 levels of Spanish, 3 levels of French, ESL, and occasionally we've thrown in Japanese and German and Hebrew and even some sign language electives. But I just think it was a God idea to have all the students together take sign language. And I'm believing for each of them that there will be an opportunity someday for them to reach into the deaf community and be a contact for someone who needs an interpreter. So I'm just really, really proud of them and really grateful to you, Penny. So, Mr. Mian.
Well, it's a good thing we have time, because I do want to brag on my soccer team. Jugamos 2-3 juegos with my 6 players, and we won them all. So I'm just saying, ganamos todos nuestros juegos. I think that's pretty good. Pero sí quiero hablar de estos jóvenes porque le echaron muchas ganas. Comenzamos con mi defensa, my right wing defender. Now this is, let me just tell you, es un hombre de honor. He is a man of honor. He is a person that no siempre habla lo que piensa. He doesn't always speak his mind. But he did tell me, en cierto punto me dijo, I don't like soccer all that much. No me gusta mucho el fútbol. I just want to do a little bit of exercise. Pero le dije, mira, si quieres, te puedes quedar para ayudar a tus compañeros, porque con 5, there's not a lot of players. 5 players is not a lot of players. And he stayed. He stayed because he said, I'm going to help my classmates. Me voy a quedar, tirarles esquina a mis compañeros, porque él es un hombre de honor. So why don't we welcome Mr. Arlan Núñez, a good man of honor. You can just stand right there. Thank you very much. Next, let me welcome una de las únicas personas que quería y quiere, y le veo pasta de ser un profesional. He is an excellent player who I can see going far in college. He is somebody that is always the first to say yes. It doesn't matter if he gets to his house in Mexico late. Él siempre está dispuesto, después de llegar a mi práctica, regresaba a Matamoros y atendía práctica allá. I mean, this was a man that went from practice to practice, and he really put in his hard work. So let me welcome my left and right wing striker, mi delantero, Mr. José Eduardo. Now this young man is somebody that impressed me a lot. Es alguien que le echó muchas ganas en su velocidad. Es alguien que, por ser rápido y ágil, he was a guy that didn't shy away from getting knocked around a little bit because he knew how to control his weight a lot. This is somebody that had to go with and play with José Eduardo, who is an excellent player, and this is somebody that just started playing soccer not that long ago. Entonces, este es alguien que, en realidad, ponerlo con José Eduardo es, ni siquiera de los que tienen más experiencia podrían aguantar jugar con este hombre. Y estoy muy orgulloso de él. So why don't we welcome my left wing striker, mi delantero de mano izquierda, Mr. Cristian Avendaño. Congratulations. All right, next is mi capitán, the captain of my soccer team. This is a man that showed a lot of leadership. El liderazgo que enseñó no es nada más mandar, haz esto, haz aquello, sino instruir y decir, okay, vamos a practicar solos. Let me teach you how to do this move. And he would grab my younger players, my players that are not super into soccer, and he would drill them by himself while I worked with the rest of the team. Entonces, este es alguien que no nada más, aparte de ser capitán, también fue mi co-trainer, mi entrenador también, junto conmigo. Le echó muchas ganas, siempre cruzando, hacer sus actividades aquí, y luego returning back to Matamoros to do worship team and youth group, and I don't know how many thousand other activities. So for our captain, Mr. Jose Luis. Otro joven that surprised me, this is another young man that surprised me with his dedicación. No me falló ni a una práctica, not even one single practice. And this is another guy that said, pues, I'm not much of a soccer player, you know? So I had 2 people this year say that, but they stayed the whole year. 2 personas me dijeron, no me gusta mucho el fútbol, pero se quedaron. Son hombres de integridad. Este hombre no me falló ni a una sola práctica, llegó consistentemente, se convirtió en mi mejor defensa goleador, defensa ambulante. So this guy, even though he was on defense, scored a ton of goals. He beat my strikers on some competitions. So let's welcome my left defender, mi defensa de mano izquierda, Edwick Eduardo Reyes. Congratulations, right there. Y finalmente, but definitely not least, el mejor portero del mundo aquí, este es un hombre que aunque su familia ha pasado por mucho, dedicó mucho esfuerzo a este entrenamiento. Es un hombre que jugaba no solo en ligas en Matamoros, sino en ligas aquí. This is a man also that he told me, I'm a goalie. I said, would you mind playing something else? He said, yeah, that's fine. No problem. I can do that. So this is a man that he's just a handyman. He just throws his hand at everything. You put him delantero, he goes delantero. You put him defense, he goes defense. So let's welcome our wonderful goalie, Mr. Ángel Santiago Esquivel. My team of 6, my Valley Christian soccer team, let's give them another hand, guys. Congratulations. Right here. All right, good job, guys. Good job. Thank you. All right, coming up next, siguiente, vamos a invitar a Mr. Max Kriegel to come up and give some of his own awards.
Well, you've already seen the worship team, so I'm going to be giving awards for the worship team, but I just want to say their skills and their hearts speak for themselves, as you saw. You heard some of them speak, and the rest of them sung and played their hearts out. So if I forget to say it later on, just know all of the people that I'm about to award have wonderful hearts of worship. They love the Lord, and it's very obvious that they love leading other people to do the same. So, without further ado, I'll keep it brief. I want to start off by awarding Karime Araujo. She's a wonderful singer. She is always eager to try new songs, to work with the other singers on developing harmonies, these types of things. And so it was always a pleasure to work with her during practice and during worship times. I'm actually going to save a little bit. These are out of order. I'm so sorry. Next up, Auri Escalera. Truly with the heart of worship here, I just want to say really quickly that Audi very obviously has a wonderful voice, but on top of that, I always appreciated the fact that she would suggest new songs anytime that we were practicing, and it really just brought a new flavor to the worship team, which was always refreshing to see. Next up, Arlan Nunez. Arlan is a guy. Let me not stop there. I think that goes without saying. But he's a guy who showed up to one of the worship team practices and said, I can play. And I said, okay, what do you want to play? He said, I don't know. I said, okay, what do you know how to play? I don't know, it doesn't help me. He said, oh, guitar. I said, oh, we already have a guitar. I don't know. So I said, hey, play this bass. And he said, okay. And he just, I never talked to him again. He just always learned it, figured it out. It was great. Always dependable, always in the background, having fun. It was great to see. Next up, Eric Reyes. One of my most memorable moments of Eric is fairly early on when he joined the worship team. We started to play a new song. I'll tell you right now, it's the favorite song. It's my favorite song that we played the entire year long. We didn't play it tonight. It's a song called Promises. And Eric wasn't the most confident up until that point about singing. He didn't ask for anything. And that day when we were practicing, he just came up to me and said, hey, can I sing the first verse by myself, like it does in the recording? And I said, yes, of course. That's amazing. And he did it, and he's done it ever since every time we play that song. So I'm looking forward to maybe playing that song again next week in our final chapel in school. Next up, we have Juliet Sharp. Sharpie, as we all call her. Additionally, with Audi, has brought a wonderful flavor to the worship team, harmonizing, suggesting new songs that I would never, ever have thought of. But hey, they worked, and they were wonderful times of worship, and even writing her own songs in the background. So it is wonderful to see that heart of worship bloom and develop. Next up, the latest and last addition to the worship team, but I'm so glad she joined, Alma Desiree Valencia. One of my favorite stories about Desiree is that one time we planned to play 2 songs for worship. We practiced the day before. The time for chapel came, first period in the morning, you know how it is. Bridge, busy. Desiree and I, there. She was not planning to play, and I said, hey, can you play with me? She said, yes. And she did incredible. 0 practice, got up there, played the guitar with me, I played the drums, and it was one of the most beautiful days of worship of the whole year. That is a heart of worship if I've ever seen one. I have 3 awards left, and if you're remembering the faces that were up here, you pretty much know who they are. But I just want to say something about all 3 of them together because I think it's worth mentioning. All of you are probably aware that one of the most important parts of the Vineyard Christian school year is the trip to Mo Ranch. And so many of the students were able to go this year, but in particular, we had wonderful nights of worship there, and I just wanted to give a special recognition to these 3 because they actually led individually one each night. There were 3 nights, so each one of these individuals led one night of worship, and it was the 3 people that actually ended up speaking up here during the worship beforehand. So I just wanted to give that recognition because they are wonderful, wonderful worship leaders. All of us here are the worship team, but these 3 individuals showed incredible leadership among the team. So without further ado, let me call up first Jose Luis Gonzalez. Always suggesting new songs, always learning the intros, the solos, everything he could do on an instrument that you could tell was an interest of his, but was not by any means something he had dedicated so much of his life to before this point. It was refreshing, encouraging to see him. He is worth recognizing. Next up, Lorena Astudillo. My favorite moment with with Lorena actually was at Mo Ranch. She recommended for her night of worship, she wanted to do one song. She played the ukulele, which had never been done before at Valley Christian High School. And she did wonderful, and she asked her, can you just play it with me, just us two? And I think I speak for a lot of the students here when I say it was a lot of people's favorite song of the entire school year, perhaps. It was a beautiful time. And she just sang her heart out, played her heart out every single day. Wonderful to see. Last and definitely not least, Jose Eduardo Cortes. The very first week of school, I was told that I was going to be the worship leader. And I said, oh, darn. That's unfortunate for everyone else. But we made it work. And I said, hey, Lalo, can you start a group chat, please, with everyone so we can start talking about songs? Immediately, group chat. I'm invited. Okay. Next up, a couple weeks later, we need to play a song that we know. I don't have time to practice. Lalo, what should we play? Gives me 2 recommendations. Plays guitar with me. Easy. Dependable, easily, a worship leader, very much worth celebrating. All of these individuals, amazing hearts of worship. If you are a parent or a sibling or otherwise somehow related, a friend of one of these individuals, I highly recommend talking to them about worship, encouraging them on their worship trends, encouraging them to get involved with their church's worship team, etc. Just one more round of applause for everybody, please.
Okay, did y'all get your pictures? Thank you, guys. Why don't you stand a little bit in front of the tables? That's where they won't be blocking you. And let's get one more picture. Mr. Doug Hodges is doing photos for me tonight, so we'll also have copies if you're not happy with yours. Yeah, get Mr. Creel too. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Sharpie, take us a little exit here. It's okay. So I know if we continue like this, we'll be here till dinner time. So we all like to brag on our students, but I think the next group, I'm just going to give them their certificates. So these are students who at least twice this year have been on the A honor roll. And it's hard. We're a college preparatory school. It's hard to get 90 GPA. So, and to do it twice, and some of them 3, 4, 5 times. So I think I'm going to ask Mr. Mion to come and read the names. And then I think I'm going to ask Audi to give out the certificates, okay? And that way you will hear the names pronounced correctly. Audi, do you want to help with this?
So, are they these right here?
Yeah, you read them off of the certificate.
Okay, it's going to be this one.
This one right here.
Oh, okay.
And they should be these. Thank you.
I see. You're going to have to find them from here, right? All right,
Just stand up front so they can take your picture of it.
So, primero es Mr. Diego Treviño. Incredible job, Mr. Diego. The next one is going to be Mr. Mauricio Aguilar. There we go. Increíbles calificaciones. The next one is going to be Miss Karime Araujo. Then let's call up Miss Lorena Astudillo. We'll ask Mr. Cristian Avendaño to come on up. And then, of course, we can't forget Miss Laura Balboa. José Eduardo Cortés. Miss Auri Escalera. Ángel Esquivel. Miss Ana Karenina García. Mr. Samuel Galt. Mr. Jose Luis Gonzalez. Is he not on there? Okay, give him a blank one for now. There you go. Thank you. Miss Allison Huffam. Mr. Arlan Núñez. Miss Juliet Sharp. So, nuestro cuadro de honor, al menos 2 veces este año, straight 90s, somewhere in that area. So, congratulations to all of these hard workers. That's our honor roll for this year.
Thank you, guys. You can sit down. Thank you, Audrey. So we are giving trophies to our 2 highest GPA, and second highest, but also the highest boy is Arlen. So Arlen, if you'd come back up, congratulations. And stay here. And the highest GPA in the entire school every term, right? Audi, congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, so in 2 weeks, Arlen's going to make a speech at the graduation ceremony. So I'm not going to make him say anything, but I have asked Audi to say something. Next year, she would be our valedictorian. And I also am... Sorry. Pray. So wherever she graduates, I'm going to be there, whether I'm invited or not. I'm really, really proud of her, and next year she would, of course, be getting scholarships, but we do want to give her a $300 scholarship for being valedictorian of the junior class, and I'd like to let her share something with us. So thank you.
Good afternoon, lovely people. As you heard, my name is Audi, and I am a junior. First of all, I am very honored to have the chance to speak to you. I am not good with words, so this speech was really difficult for me. Thank you. Today, I want to talk to you about the beauty of the sophomore-junior class. Dear Evan Hansen, today is gonna be a good day, and here's why. If you know me, you are familiar with my mild obsession over musical theater. In the musical, Dear Evan Hansen, the main character, Evan, is tasked with making a letter to himself, listing all of the reasons his day would be good, and this was supposed to help him deal with his anxiety. If you had asked me to do this 2 years ago, it would have given me a hard time. Anxiety is like a recurring theme in this sitcom that I call my life, meaning that intruding thoughts often inhabited my brain, and they'd always made me feel disconnected. The first day of class, I was so worried I could not fit in. I played every single scenario possible in my brain. And I mean every single scenario possible. When I got to school, I was flying blind, no map at all. But during the last hour, we played trivia, and I asked a question. I won't say what I asked because I don't want to expose myself, but some of my classmates answered, and I remember vividly Mr. Kriegel saying, "Not the theater kids!" At that moment, I knew it was going to be all right. The day ended, and I went home smiling, something that had not happened in a long time. My point is, the people you surround yourself with have a great influence in your day-to-day. And God blessed me with such pure-hearted people, and I thank Him every day for it. After 2 years, if you ask me to make a list of the reasons my day would be great, I could list many. For example, Sabrina will make a drawing that shows her unique perspective of life. Sharpie will amaze us with the gift she has of turning words into beautiful songs. Chelsea will discover something new and will see the gleam in her eyes as her mind fills up with new information. Lara will fill the room with joy as she walks in. Mauricio will laugh, and hearing him is an amazing reason. Christian will say something memeful, or he's going to pray and use all the exact words needed. And Jasmine will arrive and make the group feel complete again. I love you guys, and I cannot stress enough how grateful I am for having you interfere in my life. Thank you for helping me become me. In the words of Winnie the Pooh, how lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. These people are the embodiment of good. They are the young people we should look up to. They hold the spirit of help, inclusion, and love. And I know in my heart that God has amazing plans for each and every one of them. Now we come to another crossroad in life, new challenges and new experiences. But we won't be dismayed because our faith, the lessons we have learned, and our friends will carry us forward to our future. To close, I just want to thank the school for what it has done for me. Thank you for helping me mature as a person and as a Christian, and I promise to keep the spirit of Valley Christian wherever I go. Thank you. Have a good evening.
So next I'm going to ask Anna Karenina to come up and introduce her student council. They have done a great job with very little opportunities to get to do the things that we usually love to, but they have managed to make the school year a lot more fun. So I appreciate Anna. Okay, these are them.
Okay.
And I did put one for Diego.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming. I am Ana Karina, the president of Student Council. And this year, we did quite a lot for the time that we had, because we only had from January to now. I'm going to also say in Spanish. Buenas tardes, gracias a todos por venir. Yo soy Ana Karina, la presidenta del grupo estudiantil. Hicimos lo que pudimos con el tiempo que nos dieron desde enero hasta ahorita, pero no hubiera sido posible sin los demás miembros. We did some events like Crazy Week, in which one day we came out, we came dressed as twins, so we dressed like someone else. Another one was Superhero Day, where we all decided to come like our science teacher, Mr. Millán, which ironically, he didn't come dressed up as himself that day. Tuvimos varias actividades. Una de ellas fue Semana Loca, donde un día venimos de gemelos y otro fuimos vestidos. Era día de superhéroes y decimos vestirnos como nuestro maestro Mr. Millán. Pero justamente ese día no se vistió él, como siempre se viste. Okay, so I'm going to start naming the people. Oh, this is for mine. Okay, so my right hand, my favorite person in this school, Allison Huffam, for vice president. Allison's amazing, and she always helped me with ideas. I was like, what should I do next? She's like, oh, maybe this. Well, probably not. But she's amazing. She has a bright mind. Next, we have secretary. She's amazing, and we have a board with points for the things that we have done. And she's just wonderful. If you know her, you know she's wonderful. Lorena Astudillo. We couldn't have a better treasurer than Arla Nunez. Oh, for senior rep, for always reminding us about the dates and never giving up on us, Karim Araujo. And the best sophomore, junior representative who was always so decisive and let me know of all the things that her class wanted, Sharpie. And we also have someone extra that's not on the name, but but he included himself into the student council, and we just couldn't say no. He always showed up and gave us amazing ideas and made the meeting wonderful. So everyone clap for Diego Treviño.
So the amazing student council of 2021. And she's right, we really didn't start till after January, but we wanted to have a fair election and waited till everyone was coming back. Congratulations. Thank you. Okay. So if you haven't figured it out yet, we all like to brag on each other. We're hopeless that way. So we're going to get some more of that because all the teachers want to give prizes to their students. So we'll try to get through them pretty fast. I'm going to control myself and not do it. Anyhow, I just cry. So I think I'll just go in this order, okay? Let's say Mr. Hodges first, and then Miss Rubio, and then Miss Penny, and then Mr. Mian, and then Mr. Kriegel. Okay, you have some too? So let's just come up one after another, and we'll do them as quickly as we can. So start with Mr. Hodges, who's our history teacher, and the kids keep telling me he's the favorite teacher. That's okay.
Well, this is for the junior class, and let me say it's been a great honor to have these students and to be able to teach them. As one gets older, and you might have noticed I've gotten older, it is easier to remove oneself from the here and now and get lost either in memories of the past or you get caught up in the mundane day-to-day. Well, a teacher can't do that. You are kept relevant by your students. Two aspects to this award may be confusing, so let me address them. First, I'm giving each of the juniors an award. This is because each one has taken this class in their own way and made it theirs. I truly believe that learning comes from immersion in and action from events. History is a living thing, and if nothing else, these last 2 years have shown us that these young adults are living participants of history. Second, some of these awards may seem frivolous and less serious, but I assure you they are not. When a student can bring their personality into a classroom and become an active participant in that family unit, then the learning process truly becomes real and permanent. Our class was largely female. We only have 2 males. The ladies have passionate views all over the board, and it led to lively discussions. However, I do believe our 2 gentlemen held their own. But I would like to give these awards now. First one, Mauricio Aguilar. speaks little, he speaks softly, yet you can see the wheels in his mind turning and behind his eyes. And when he does speak, his thoughts are clear and concise. And so I gave him a poster of the mind.
Stay up
Next one.
there.
Next one is Christian Avendano. I call Christian my notable historian. He has come to truly understand history and how it works. And of all the students I've had, he's the most questioning, and he thinks about your answers. And he does not hesitate to question you on your and why you have it. And so to him, I got a poster of Palo Alto. Next is Laura Balboa. She is my passionate historian. She's ever seeking truth and righteousness, and does not hesitate to speak up on the rights of people she feels didn't get rights. So for her, I got a poster of suffrage. Next is Audi Escalade. Audi is my head historian. She's an automatic leader, an organizer of activities. Whenever you need anything done, she just steps right into it and starts telling everybody what to do. But she does it in a very functional and nice way, and everybody just goes with the flow. It's amazing. And so I gave her a leadership poster, which says, "Great leaders cultivate greatness in others." Okay, I have one for Jasmine Forrest. I consider her my persistent historian because for not being there for a large part of the semester, she still manages to hang in there, to try to turn in her late work, to show up when she can. And so I call her my persistent historian. Next is Chelsea Fuentes. Okay. Chelsea, I call my thirsty historian. She's an avid reader, and she is constantly seeking after knowledge and truth. And the books that she reads are pretty incredible and surprising. And I give her a knowledge poster. It says, "A lack of knowledge creates fear. Seeking knowledge creates courage." Next one is Sabrina Rubicala. Sabrina is my fanciful historian. She brings history alive. Every time we have skits or anything, boy, she's at the foremost. Her imagination runs rampant. She brings it alive in thought and action. Her biggest thing you have to curb is sometimes it's not necessarily accurate, but it's exciting. Her versions of history. And so for her, I got her a poster of a movie she saw and she liked. And the last but not least is Juliet Sharkey. I call Sharpie my functional historian. She She is the go-to person. Whenever you have problems with electronics or you have anything needed to be done, she will just step right into the breach and do it. She's amazing. I had a hard time coming up with a poster for Sharpie, but it occurred to me that the best one was a picture of herself reaching out to animals, because she's always reaching out to not only animals, but people. I really want to thank all of you. It's been an incredible, incredible year, because we've been through so many ups and downs and never knowing from what's second to next. But all of these kids have rise to the occasion, and I'm very proud to have taught them.
What?
I have to put on the other hat.
Historian and journalist and photographer.
He's also dad of the day, miss.
Yeah, that's good too. Remember?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, get one with Mr. Hodges too. That's good. Okay, good afternoon. I'm Mrs. Rubio. Actually, it's Mrs. Rubio Hodges. That's my husband. So sometimes I claim him, sometimes he claims me, but anyway. I'm the junior class English teacher. I also taught them Bible, but mostly it's English. So I've had the whole class, whole junior class, all year, and I just love them, as Mr. Hodges does. I'm just a little different in showing it. I didn't have posters for everybody. But anyway, I'm going to talk about students, and then I'm going to honor the top 3 that I consider. But it is just really difficult. Anyway, first I have I'm going to try it in Spanish. I told him, no, I have it written here, and Audi, where are you? You have to help me. Y'all help me, and I told him not to laugh. But we'll see what we can do. Yo soy la señora Rubio. Yes, soy maestra de inglés, pero no hablo español muy bien, okay? So, por favor, perdona mi español, pero voy a tratar a hablar un poquito. Okay. Tengo 8 estudiantes en mi clase. El primer estudiante es Mauricio. I have Mauricio. Y yo soy Calado, yes, help. Callado, oh yeah. Él es callado y muy inteligente. Okay, so I have Mauricio in my class, and he's a quiet person, but he's very intelligent. So I just love him. Okay, entonces tengo Christian, okay. Y es bien sentido de humor, igual de Mauricio, los dos muy guapos. Y con estos la clase es completa. So I have Mauricio and Christian. Mauricio is just quiet, intelligent, and Christian has a really nice sense of humor. Is that what I said? Yes. Same as Mauricio, and those 2 boys really completed my class, because then I have all girls, and if you all know what it's like to have all girls, and it's just the 2 boys have really completed my class. I was so happy to have them in my classroom and for their input. Okay. Then I have Jasmine. She didn't come to class physically, but she tried to get her work done as much as she could. Let me see in Spanish. Jasmine, aunque no viniera a la escuela físicamente,
trató a hacer su trabajo. Is that right? Okay, I'm so pleased if you can understand me. Okay, and luego hay Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea. Ella le gustó leer y participa en clase. Ah, my girls, Chelsea. You boys can come up here too if you want to. Okay, Chelsea is just better. Y luego Lara es creativo y también le gustaba leer y participar. Yes, please come. Please, I need all the support I can get. Por favor, venga. Yeah, I can do this. Okay. Laura was my reader, and she loved to read, and she just was very, what did I put here? Oh, creative. She's very creative. She liked to participate. And Chelsea is my reader too? She's there. Chelsea, I'm sorry. I am so confused. Chelsea and Laura, my girls. They help keep me straight, okay? Okay, al fin, los tres que son el mejor del mejor. Ellos son el mejor, pero hay tres que hay un poquito más. Okay? Un poquito más. Sabrina. And I think there's a, no, not these. There's something for her. I don't know where it is. Okay, Sabrina. Ella es un gran ayudante para los proyectos, dramas y dibujos. También ayudó a mí con la tecnología. Okay, Sabrina was my resident artist. She is a beautiful artist. Her stuff could be hanging in the Brownsville Museum of Art if she would just submit it. And she would probably win awards for it. She's good. She helped me with our dramas that we put on. She helped us with our skits. She was always there. She was very kind with me as well as Sharpie, but I'll bring Sharpie up, helping me with technology. Because at my age, technology and I just did not, I would go on the computer, especially when we were doing online stuff, and I'd say, what do I do next? What do I do next? And the students were so kind because they would say, Sharpie would be the one that said, I'm going to have her up in a minute. I showed you, ma'am. I said, I know, but it just didn't, I don't remember it. And Sabrina says, I'll do it. So Sabrina was just very kind. They're very kind to me because I get messed up. Okay, I don't know how to say that in Spanish. That's going to have to go. Okay. Sharpie. Yes. Sharpie's wonderful. She was with me in school since August. She's been one of our students that attended every day since August, face-to-face learning. If I didn't have Sharpie, we wouldn't have done online as easily as I did. She's just a great help for me. Let's see, en español. Sharpie asistió físicamente escuela desde agosto, siempre ayudarme y a los demás. Ayudando a mí y los demás. She's got a big heart for that. Tiene un corazón grande para ayudar. She's just lovely. Okay, finally, la estrella de la clase. ¿Quién más? Pero Audi. Yeah? Audi is just, okay, what can I say? Let me say it in Spanish, en español primero y luego a ver en inglés. A ver si puedo. Cualidades de un líder. Ella es comprometida al ser el mejor. Okay, very good. Okay. Publicó la revista de la escuela por sí misma. Ayuda a sus compañeros y para el primer semestre y para el segundo semestre, ese semestre, también va a estar haciendo la revista y luego anuario también. Sí, solamente ella. A veces los estudiantes le ayudan un poquito, pero no tanto. Ella dice, por favor, dame este, y luego viene a mí y dice, señora Rubio, nadie me está ayudando, ¿no? Yo digo, pues, I don't know, Audi, así es. Ya sabes, Ya sabes la vida de un maestra, ¿verdad? Preguntamos, turn in? Entregar su trabajo este día para el lunes, pero es viernes y todavía no tengo el trabajo del lunes. Y así va a suceder con su revista y anuario. Okay. So, lo siento mucho, pero necesitas hacerlo sola, o a veces háblalos y decirlos y tráelos a mí y yo les voy a preguntar, a ver, te ayudo, pero no. Ella está haciendo sola. Ella tiene unos 2 o 3 amigas que le están ayudando. Diego está ayudando, Laura está ayudando, Sam está ayudando un poquito. Pero los otros está ayudando porque no están las cosas. Y ese necesita turn in. Entregar, porque necesitamos ponerlo junto, y luego llevarlo para hacerlo, to print it. Imprimirlo y, ¿verdad? Necesito este día y si no, pues ni modo. Yo le digo, pues necesitas escribirlo todo solita. So, anyway. Okay, back to that. Did I say Sharpie in English? No? Yes. Sharpie's my teacher's aide completely. She really helps me a lot. Audi is my star of the classroom. She is amazing. She's self-motivated. She did the school magazine all by herself first semester. I said, we need to do something. Last year, she helped me with the newspaper. I said, we need to do something. She said, well, I'll do it. I said, can you do it? She said, yes. So she put it all together because we were at home. She wasn't in school. She did it herself. She's helping me now with the second. Most of you saw the magazine, I think. She's helping me now with this second semester magazine, and she's also going to do the yearbook, so all the senior pictures and everything like that. And she's doing it all almost by herself, besides her schoolwork, besides being number 1 in the school. So she's an amazing person. She's very shy. She has to push through her anxiety issues, but I really, really do appreciate her. She's a wonderful person. But all of my juniors, I just can't do without them. I mean, the boys keep me steady. My girls, I just love them. Chelsea, Laura, who I always say, what's your name? What's your name? No, it's horrible. But anyway, I love these people. If you're their parents or you're their friends or whatever, know that these are an amazing group of people. Hopefully we can get together again next year sometime at the food court or something. I want to keep up with them. So that's it. Thank you. We'll get you. Okay, Miss Penny, are you here?
It's okay. Don't feel sorry for me. This is fun. I had such a tremendous job of having to choose. Man, was it hard. I'm not kidding you. I was going over it and over it and over it. And who do I acknowledge in a special way? Because every one of the students are special to my heart in their own ways. And so I chose the ones that just stood out in a very uniquely special way. And the first one I'm going to call is Lorena. She is getting the Most Courageous Award. The reason being, whenever I had something new, a new sign or a new way that I was going to do something, I would say, okay, who wants to come up and be first? And Lorena would sit there. I'll go first. She really was pushing it out there, and she did it. She's courageous in her own special way. You're welcome. The next one I want to acknowledge is Eric. Now, Eric, he's a special boy. He really is. He's a special boy. He started out with kind of, watching and struggling hard and doing everything that he can do. And his sign name, you should show your sign names, guys. Show your sign name. Very good. And yours? Okay. His is Eric, coming out from the forehead, because that means creative. Creative. And hers is Lorena on the chin, because this means cute. Okay? And he just, one day, he just popped. And all the creativity just flowed out of him. And I don't know if you were watching when we were performing, but his whole body, his whole facial expression and everything is in it. So he's my most creative one. And I believe that he's going to be a fabulous interpreter someday. My next one is Samuel. And he is also very creative. He has his way with language, right, guys? Should we do that one, Pepe? Should we do that one? Okay, I'm going to sign the word for understand. Now you sign. Sign it. There you go. The reason is, and I can't do it with this mic in my hand, so somebody help. Okay. This is to be under. This is to stand. This is to understand. Awkward. Okay, so he's also very creative. And my last one, but not my least one. This person that I chose has such a beautiful and unique way about him. He's very, very kind. He's very, very respectful. In the beginning of class, I think maybe he thought, I don't know if I can do this. I don't think this one is for me. But guess what happened? He became my most improved. And that would be Saul.
Thank you so much.
They are tremendous, tremendous. And I enjoyed each and every one of my students. And if I could name different things, I would name different things for each one. But I enjoyed you, and I will continue to enjoy you because I'm hoping to keep track of you. And as far as, they say so many things about Audi, and I want to mention Audi. Wow. Whenever something was needed, wow, she was right there. You want me to pass this out? Hey, I can teach this group this while you do that. I mean, she was like always, always right there and untasked. And Sharpie, she's a beautiful, beautiful girl that whenever we had to have an activity, this one day, I want to tell this story very quickly. This one day, I said, we need something good to fill in the class tomorrow. She says, you know what I'll do? She said, I'll write something, and I'll write a song, and we can sign it. I said, oh, okay, good. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Boom. She wrote it. She had it printed out. Everybody had a copy. She sang it. We signed it. It was fabulous. And then, as she was sitting in the classroom, she said, if you give me 3 words, and we would sign them, 3 words, I'll write a song, and we'll have that song to sign. And she did that. So I just wanted to acknowledge that about her as well. Thank you so much.
So I am the chemistry, physics, and advanced math teacher. Entonces, yo hago lo que caiga la mano, digamos. Me gradué con un diploma en ingeniería de la escuela de aquí de UTRGV. Antes era UTV. No existía el UTRGV que estaba antes, que está ahorita. And they called me and they said, would you like to teach science and math? Well, Paul Hansen was a man that was my personal hero. So to step into his shoes and teach the classes that he used to teach was a little bit difficult for me. Pero aquí estoy. And I need to acknowledge, necesito respetar a couple students. Now, if I love you all equally, los amo a todos igual, okay? This is just to acknowledge a few things that I felt needed to be called out. Entonces, voy a tratar de ser breve, pero otra vez, jóvenes, los amo a todos. No es porque no tienen nada especial, que no lo estoy hablando. Es simplemente porque hay ciertas cosas que quería llamar la atención. So, let me start with somebody that is my most improved in mathematics. This is somebody that repeatedly said, and this is just kind of the story of my life as a teacher, I do not like math. No me gustan las matemáticas. This is just somebody that's just their thing. They don't like math. But for all of that, they would stay late, they would get tutoring from me, and they always made sure to try their best. So my most improved in math has definitely gone to Miss Allison Huffman. And I'm very proud of everything she did this year. She worked really hard in my math class, which is, I used to teach at university, so it's not a joke. It's a difficult math class, and she did incredibly. And speaking of that, let me also give a quick achievement award to this man who helped me whenever I had to step out of the office. Now, if you guys don't know, I am the vice principal. I'm also the one that handles the F1 visas. I am the handyman. I am the teacher. I am the guy that orders lunch. So todas esas cosas lo hago a cada día. So sometimes I have to, and chauffeur. So sometimes I have to step out of the office, and this man would help me teach my math class. O sea, era mi asistente de maestros, podía hacer otras cosas, pero él se quedaba en mi clase de matemáticas, and an incredible physics student with so much creativity and imagination. So I welcome Mr. Diego Treviño. Let me also acknowledge this other man. I've never taught anybody for whom math and science come so easily theoretically. Este es un hombre que su mente simplemente capta las matemáticas, las ciencias, y también, this award is also for haberse sacado A's, no se traduce muy bien, pero 90s en todas sus clases de universidad. This man is graduating with several university credits under his belt, Mr. Arlan Núñez. Now, if Arlan is my best theoretical physicist, then this next student is my best technical physicist. He is a man that knows how to work with his hands, but every time I asked him a question, like, why does a wind turbine work like this? ¿Por qué funciona un motor así? ¿Para qué se usa el cilindro de un carro? ¿Para qué se usan los plásticos? This is a man that had those answers because his mind is a practical mind. So I want to acknowledge my best practical and technical physicist, Mr. Samuel Gold. Really just an honor to have taught you, Mr. Gold. This other person no solo tuvo que aprender matemáticas, but he had to do it in a language that is not his first language. Casi todos podríamos decir that this is our most improved in terms of English, I think. So this is a person that has gotten through my college algebra class, and he has done it in a language that is not his home language, but I'm very proud of him because he's asked so many questions this year. So this is Mr. Eric Reyes. Congratulations, Mr. Eric. Okay. I'm almost done here. Esta joven no faltó ni un solo día, even during a pandemic. So whenever her kids, if she has any kids, come up to her and say, Mom, I don't feel good, she's going to say, I went to school in the pandemic. So you're going to school whether you like it or not. didn't miss a single day, my best chemistry student, Miss Juliet Sharp. And last but not least, this is an award I wanted to give out last year, pero se nos acabó el tiempo. There wasn't time to acknowledge this particular young man. But this is a young man who loves working with his hands and specifically loves something that I really have dear to my heart, fishing and animals. This is a man that when I said, we need a class pet, he said, oh, let's grab my bait trap and let's throw it into the resaca. I'll catch a couple crayfish for you. And he caught a couple crayfish. O sea, le dije, necesitamos un animal para mi acuario. Sacó su red, me trajo unos cangrejitos, o sea, de aquí de la resaca. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. I've never seen anybody do that. So this is for biological studies, the best one, Mr. Daniel Sampaio. So just a big hand for my students. I'm very, very proud of them. Let's go ahead and get together for a picture, guys. All right, come on. Get in, Daniel. All right.
Why is Allison hugging Aldo, Mr. Millán?
All right, congratulations, guys. Mr. Crew.
Don't worry, I only have 3. Solamente tengo 3. And I know you all are hungry, you want to eat desserts, and I know Ms. Henson has one final thing that's a big, big announcement, so I'll keep it brief. This is something I'm sure my junior students didn't expect me to say today. It's time to get serious. We have, in our Algebra 2 class, a starting ritual that is supposed to take 5 to 10 minutes. I will admit it sometimes takes more. We've been improving our knowledge of the world just because we often are waiting for things to resolve or start, or sometimes we're waiting for electronics to begin as the pandemic required. So these are awards that I have called Geo-Knowledge. And the first one I want to award, no one in my class will be surprised about, is to Christian Avendaño. There are a few subtitles I considered for this award, but I went with 100%. The next Geo-Knowledge Award I have to give is for someone who improved a lot, Sabrina Ruvalcaba. The subtitle I have for this Geo-Knowledge Award is ZA. And the last one, I don't think she expected to receive one, is for Laura Balboa. No one will be surprised to hear Brick Expert. That's it.
So I think there are students who go to school with 5,000 classmates and their award assemblies are not as long as ours. Right? Our graduations are the same thing. I'll go to Sam's and they'll graduate like 500 people and be out of there before we even get going. Because we're a glorified homeschool and we love each other and we always want to talk about each other. But I do want to give the last 2 awards. They're very special. I think before I do, is Mr. Millán here? Yeah, I want to tell you, just a couple announcements first. So all of the students get a gift bag, students up there, and my former secretary, Mary Shoup, made you each a wonderful cupcake. Eat it today. She just made them. Real butter, the real stuff. So they're in there with some other gifts. When we leave, please go out through the cafe. There's punch, there's coffee, there's cake, there's all sorts of desserts. You can stay and take them, or you can just pile as many as you can carry with you. Also, on these two tables over there, one is a table of brand new books the school received, and I'd like to invite every family to just take a couple books if you'd like. And then I laid out a whole bunch of photos. Please take them, 5, 10. Take some pictures. If you see your kid, and just grab the pictures. Thanks to Audi, we have them all ready to publish on technology, so we don't need to keep all of our photos. Why don't you translate that, and then let me give the awards. Okay, so those three things. Food, books, pictures.
Me Sansen quiere invitar que cuando terminemos la ceremonia, vamos a salir por esta puerta de mano izquierda, porque hay comida ahí, entonces pueden tomar lo que quieran. Cada estudiante le toca una de esas bolsas. La ex secretaria de la escuela les hizo a todos un quequito, entonces pide que se lleve un estudiante, una bolsa por estudiante. Y claro, como va a cerrar la escuela, tenemos varios libros que son completamente nuevos y son completamente gratis. Entonces, por favor, si quiere un libro, tenemos varios libros clásicos allá atrás, a mi mano izquierda en esa mesa de ahí. Entonces, por favor, tomen uno, aunque no sea para usted, un regalito de Navidad para que no tengan que pagar la próxima.
So we will end with two very special awards, and these are given to students who are chosen by their schoolmates as the most inspirational. And we base this on Galatians 5:22, the scripture about the gifts of the Holy Spirit. So these are the attributes: love. I'm going to cry. Joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And we should give one to each of your kids because they have been amazing. If you don't know it yet, you have amazing children. And it's been a real honor to me. This was God's gift to me to give me this year with your kids. So I really appreciate it. But the school student body has chosen two that they would like to honor especially. So they are Lorena and Pepe. Would you please come? Is there anything I'm forgetting? Anyone? Okay. So please go have some refreshments and have a lovely day and weekend, and God bless you. And hey, as we leave, as you get your stuff, can we sing Amazing Grace in Spanish again? Start us, Pepe.
In Spanish, right?
In Spanish.
Okay, I was going to say Amazing Grace. ¿Quieres cantar? Es que tú cantas mejor. Ok, empezamos a la cuenta de 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sublime gracia del Señor, que a un infeliz salvó. Fui ciego, mas hoy veo yo. Perdido y él me halló.
You are dismissed. Get cake, please. I don't want it at the school all next week. Your kids get crazy with too much sugar. And students come